Hello guys, welcome to this video. As you can see, today we are going to create a video call application using React Native and ZEGOCLOUD library. This library is an awesome library in order to help you make it so easy and fast. As you can see, this is my application and it took me about 10-15 minutes only to create it from scratch using React Native and this library. Let me show you this is my emulator on my laptop and I'm already in a call in my application, and you can see you can end the call, you can switch the camera, you can mute, you can go on a speaker and any other feature that you need for your video call application. So let me show you exactly how you can build such a great application in just a few minutes. Let's start. To use ZEGOCLOUD, you can go to their website and easily you can sign up, and they also provide other features like in-app chat, video call, AR effects, virtual avatar, a lot of things that you can use. But today we are just using video call feature, which you can go to the product section, video call, and you can see they are offering 10,000 minutes for free that you can sign up and use this amount in your application completely free. Okay, to start I need to install a new application in React Native, which you can do it using npx command. Just I'm going to show you how you can do it using this command, npx React Native init awesome project. It's the name of your project, you can change it to whatever you want. Awesome video call app. And it's going to install everything on your machine. You should also have your Android development tools set up and ready, like VS Code, Android SDK, emulator, Android Studio, and the other things which is not the scope of this video. So I'm just installing my React Native project. Okay, I can go to awesome video call application folder and run my application using yarn Android. Okay, cool. As you can see, I run my clean application, clean template of React Native, the default template actually, and it's ready to develop. I just need, before developing it, need to remove this stuff from my project so you don't get confused because of these codes. Okay, as you can see, I removed everything from here and I just kept a text component with hello world text in it. Then after you signed up in ZEGOCLOUD, you can create your project from your overview in your dashboard. So I'm going to create a new project. You can select what type of project you are going to build. As you can see, they are providing a lot of scenarios here, but we are going to use video or voice call feature, and we can press next. Then you can select a name for your application, my awesome video call app. For example, it cannot be too long, and you can have a choice here using UI kits or SDKs. If you are going to use UI kits, you will have everything you want for UI, but for SDKs, you are going to develop UI yourself, and you can just use the, how can I say, the engine of this library. So to make it easier for you, in this video we are going to use UI kits. So I start with UI kits. Okay, here we can select which framework or platform I'm going to create my application for. You can create for web, JavaScript, Angular, Vue, etc., iOS, Android, Flutter, and React Native, which is our platform today. Okay, here we can make some selections. For example, you are going to have one-to-one call or group call feature. You can select, you can have features as well, like call invitation. You can send an invitation to someone that you want to have a call with. You can go for a standard face beautification. I don't want to use these features, actually just this basic one. So I go with save and start to integrate. You can read also some important notes here about pricing. For example, if you are going to use Extra features, I think you should pay for them. You can check the pricing from this section. So let's start, save and start to integrate, and you will see it's so simple. Here I have my app ID and app sign, which I need them to have in my code. So I need to copy them and paste them, but let's first start with the quick start part. There is a video that shows you how you can do it, but no need for video. I'm gonna explain everything to you. The first thing that you need to install is this library, so I'm going to copy it, paste it in my application. I also need the Notify library, so I'm going to install it like this: yarn add Notify React Native. And also this part, so let me copy, paste it here. It's for UI elements that we are going to use in our project, so we are actually setting them to just use them. We are going to copy and paste this part of code inside a new file in our project. I'm going to create a folder here and name it RC or source, and create a new component, video call page.js, and just paste it here. You can see a lot of warnings here. It doesn't matter. We can fix it easily using my ESLint, which I added to VS Code. You can do it in the plugin sections. And yeah, we don't need this component here. ZEGOCLOUD one-on-one video call configuration view. We need to import it from React Native. Let me do it. Import view from React Native. Yeah, the styles, we need to define them. Const styles. For example, the container style, I'm going to set the flex to 1. And then, as I said earlier, we need to copy and paste your app ID, app sign, user ID, username, call ID. And these two are constant, and you shouldn't change it. But for user ID, this is the user ID, so user should import it. And the call ID, we are not going to change it for now, because you are going to have a real application later, so you are going to have a backend, and you should have a unique call ID for every call that you have. For example, if I'm calling you, we will have a unique call ID. If I'm calling somebody else, we will have separate call ID, which we get it from backend side. For now, we just use one call in our application at the same time, so I can have it like my call ID, something like this, but it's not going to work for multiple calls at the same time, so you need to get call ID from your backend instead. And for username and user ID, I'm going to create another page in my application. Let me create a new file, home page.js, and create a new component, home page. And within it, I need some stuff like a text, or maybe a view as my container. And inside my view, I'm going to have my text component as a label. So I'm going to have a style for it. For example, styles.username. I can create my styles here again. Const styles, my object, and username. For example, my username, I'm going to set the font weight to bold and maybe add a margin top from the top section, so it should be maybe 100 pixels. And my text should be username, because my user is going to insert username in the input below. So text input, and it doesn't need to be like this. We can just define some props, for example value, because we are going to store our username inside it. We are going to use states. So I'm gonna create a user state, username, set username, and use state. Finally, my imports are working in VS Code, and the default should be something empty, and I can set value to my username and on text change. I think it was, yeah, on change text actually. So we will get the new value, and we are going to set it using set username function of my state and new value. We are going to import these two components. First, what's the error here? Oh yeah, I forgot. And I can import them as well. View text and text input. From where? Oh, React Native. Okay. Yeah, we should also import React and styles. And the other thing that we need is a button to join the call. So let's have a button, and we are going to have some props, for example on press. When the button pressed, we should redirect user to the another screen of my application, which is the video call page. But we cannot do it without installing any library. In React Native, you don't have a routing system by default. But the good news is there is a good library, and it's very easy to implement, which is React Navigation. To install it, we just need to copy this line of code inside our console. And also we need to install this part. And then if we are going to follow the documentation, we need some small changes. For example, in my main activity class, I need to open main activity in Android. It's gonna be inside, yeah, this is. I just need to add this part of code here. Yeah, and we need to import bundle from here. So I'm gonna import it here. Yeah, we don't need to do anything else in our main activity. And then we should have a navigation container as a wrapper of my whole application. First, let's import it. We can put it inside our app.js file. So everything should be, oh no. Everything should be inside my navigation container. I don't need this text anymore. And I can, let me show you. I can create my stack in this way. Create native. Oh, it doesn't work again. So let me just copy and paste the import part for you. Okay, I created my stack. And then inside my stack, I need to define my roads using stack.navigator. Let me just copy and paste this part. And we are going to have two roads or two pages. First one is home page, and the second one is video call page. We need to import it. So home page, yeah, it is importing automatically for me. Video call page, it's not gonna work. I don't know why. So I can import it by hand from src video call page. and we just need to set the default page of my screen. When the user opens the app, which page should he see? Using initial route page name, and this is the name of pages that we have. This is the component of them which we created before. So I need to just put the name here, home page. Whenever in my app I want to redirect to another page, I'm going to use this naming. It can be whatever you want, but it should be unique in your application. So let's remove anything which is not necessary here. This part is not necessary. And now in the unpressed section, we can redirect now to the video call page using my props. I'm gonna have a prop navigation, and it automatically will be sent to every pages of my application. I mean both home page and video call page. So I will get it from props, and then I can go like navigation, navigate, function, and I need to specify the name of page, which is video call page, and then I should also send the username to that page. So I can do it like this, username, so it's gonna send it, and on the other side we are going to receive it. Let me first close this button. This button should have another prop for its title, so let's set the title, title and join call. This should be imported as well. Yeah, I imported it. And let's have some styling for my text input as well. Style, styles dot input, for example, and let's define the input here. For example, we can have border width 1, margin top to 10 pixel, and font size to, for example, 30 pixels. And we need a style for our container. Styles at container, and I'm going to have it here at first because it's the first element. And let's do flex equal to 1 because my container needs to fill the whole screen, so I can achieve it using flex 1, and we can add a small padding to the page, like 20 pixel for padding. Oh, sorry. Yeah. My home page is ready, but the thing is, when I redirect user from home page to video call page, I should get the value from props. How can I do this? We can go to the passing parameters routes, and you can see from documentations we already did this part and we sent our username, and on the other side we need to get it using a prop route prompts, and we can get our prompts in this way. So I'm gonna copy it, paste it in my component, for example username. Let me remove this part, and we can get routes from props, and I'm gonna use username. We can use it for both username and user ID, so both of them can be the same for now, but later you can change username to the name of user, whatever you want, and you can have a different user ID, which is a unique identifier of that user. Now we can set the configs. We need to apply the default configs. For example, this is one-to-one call, so we are going to import it from ZEGOCLOUD library and put it here. And then for an only self in room, for example, there is nobody else in the room, so we want to navigate user from the call screen to the home screen again. And for on hang up, when you hang up the call, you should be redirected as well to the home page. How we can achieve it? Same as what we did in this component. We are going to use navigation prop, so I'm going to define it here, navigation, and we can remove this prop section because it's already defined, so we can access it in this way. And the home page is the name of the page that we defined here. The only thing which is left here is my app ID and app sign that I can copy them from my dashboard. I'm going to create a config file here, and I will be having my all configurations like my app ID and other stuff here in this file, and just import them from the video call page. Both are imported, and yeah, we should be ready to go. Let me check. We should go to the Android manifest XML file and add these permissions for our user. So I'm gonna copy it, going to Android manifest src app src main. This one is the one that we want, and we can paste them here. And then we need to add this line to our ProGuard rules file. ProGuard rules pro. I'm gonna add it here and save this file as well. And this config is for iOS, so we can just copy it and add it to info.plist. Info plist here. I can add it to the end of my list. Yeah. And yeah, now we can run our application. Okay, it's already installed. Yeah, I also installed it on my local phone. I'm gonna set name here, for example, Alex. Press join call and do the same with different name like Masood for the other phone. Yeah, let me close this console logs. And as you can see, it's working properly. I can like switch cameras on my phone, and you can see, yeah, it's working fine. And yeah, that's it. As you can see, it was so easy to develop using ZEGOCLOUD, and you can do it yourself as well. In just a few minutes, you can have a perfect video calling application, and you can also use other features of ZEGOCLOUD. And if you need any help, I can provide you some freelancing service. I will link my Upwork page in the description below. If you want, you can hire me for a few hours to help you to set up your project. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and see you in the next one.